I'm doing the 10 Days of Bits and Pieces 2025 challenge with Inky Mia over on Instagram, and the prompt for today is tabs, and that's what we're going to be making in this video. Some alternative types of tabs that don't need a specific tab punch. So please do join me and we'll have a look at these lovely tabs and see how to make them. Hi everyone, welcome to Hilltop View Journals. Today I'm going to be doing the 10 Days of Bits and Pieces 2025 challenge, which is a challenge hosted with Inky Mia and myself over on Instagram. And it's the 13th of October and it's time for tabs. Now I have done a video on tabs fairly recently and I will link that in the description box below. Here's some of the examples that I've got left. These actually need a little bit of work doing to them. Some of them are missing the little embellishments and things, so I'll have to go and finish those off. But this gives you an idea of what you can do with tabs if you've got a tab punch. So if you've got a whale punch or you've got one of those corner punches that creates envelopes, you can get some really nice shapes. But what happens if you haven't got one of these special punches? And that's what I thought I'd focus on today, is what can you create instead of these specific tab punches, because they're not cheap and they're quite bulky. So I thought it might be a good idea just to play with some ideas and make some tabs without actually punching them into tab shapes. So I'm sure you will find tons and tons and tons of videos on YouTube as well doing that. But I just wanted to show you a couple of ideas. And what I want to do is use what I've already got. So the first thing I wanted to create was a tab out of one of the tea bags that we have created. And this is the tea bag here. And I thought what I'd do is I'll work in my personal journal and I'm going to use this little swatch and I'm going to create a tab out of this lovely tea bag. So this is the journal I'm currently working in, and I thought it'd be nice to have a page tab here. So what I'm going to do is arrange this, and I'm just checking what's on the other side, because when you pop it on the page you're also going to see that side as well. So we want to do something on there. So I want to just darken this a little bit and possibly use these strips as well. Now they are perfect for tabs as well, and I think if I just pop this on like that and then pop that on the other side, and that doesn't look too bad at all. So we'll do that. That will make life easier. If you didn't have something to put on the other side, you could do a little bit of stamping or something like that. Now, I'm going to have something in the top corner on this page because I've left some space. So I want to create a tab here. And what I can actually do is create a tuck spot if I wanted to, but I've got stuff stuck in here already, so I'm not going to. But you could very easily, with a tea bag, create a pocket or a tuck spot as well as a tab. So you're kind of doing several things at once there, which is a great idea. So I'm going to glue on the side here, and I will link the videos where I've made all these things. But sometimes when you're in a rush and you want to get things done, you need to use your stash, and I forget that. Okay. And what might be a nice idea on this side then is to use a little bit of washi tape there, just to give it a bit of strength. And actually that would be quite nice just like that, really. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a tab like that, but as we decided we were going to do this, I'm going to pop that on the side as well. And what I need to do is just trim where I've stitched plenty of glue there. So we can see that peeking out. And I think I'll need to have some glue there as well. So you need plenty of glue for this. But once it's had a chance, it'll be well glued. There we go. I love this as well. I think that's really cute, having that sticking out. Oh, actually, I've forgotten. There we go. See, I was yappering away. I was going to... Can't do it now. I was going to put that behind it as well. Oh, we'll use it on a different project. So that's that idea. And I'm just going to glue up the bag a little bit, just to make sure it doesn't rip. And so that makes a lovely tab. So you can put anything in these little tea bags, any little ephemera, and that looks lovely. So I'm really happy with that, because I just think it's great to be able to use something that I have previously made. And that's, yeah, that's a lot of fun. So that's one idea, is using your tea bags. So another idea for tabs is the strips. So I'll link below the video how I made these strips. I used the vellum on one side, and I know you can't see much of the vellum, and I think some people thought that that was a bit of a waste, but actually when you use it like a tab, you can actually see the vellum on the other side, and I think that looks really pretty. So I'm going to rip this rather messily, and then snip the stitch in if I can. It's a little bit awkward. Easier if you do it from the back. And again, these make perfect tuck spots as well. So I might actually leave this one as a tuck spot. And you could cover that if you wanted to on the back, but I actually quite like it like that. I like seeing that. What I might do is add a tiny bit of scrap paper. What have we got here? So I can pop that there, and I've also got, I've got lots of scraps on my desk where I've been making different projects. There we go. So I can just do that like that. So if we glue these on first. So these are perfect. You can use them for so many different things. They're just great. Okay, so that sort of goes like that. And so I need to glue down there and there. So I think what I'll do is I'll glue the bottom. Yeah. Or do I want to glue the bottom? No, I think I need to just glue the little bit of the bottom. And put a nice bit of glue here. Actually, I've got the wrong side there, haven't I? So I need to wipe that. I think that'll hold. Yeah, that'll hold. As long as I don't put anything in there too quickly, that will hold there okay. So I've got 2 tabs now. 2 large tabs. So I just think they look fantastic in a journal when they're just hanging out like that. So let's have a look at the next idea. So I've got a little tag here, and this is a bought one, but you could easily just cut a tag shape out of anything or use something from a digital kit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of this lovely bit of collage paper that we created in my last video, and I'm going to glue it on like that. And I'm going to create a little cluster which will also create a tab shape. So that goes like that, and then we can maybe put that like that. And do something like that. Oh. Just something simple. Right, so I'm just going to ink this. So again, you can create this like a tuck spot if you want to. I'm not going to, because I've got lots of other places I can keep tags and things. So I'm just going to glue this in place. Quite like that, like that. So I'm just going to just glue this like that. In there. And then glue this little flower on. And then what you can do then is you can have a little dangle there. Now I haven't got anything to dangle on me, but I think what I'll do is I'll just tie a little bow. So that's a really simple way of creating a tab, is just use a tag shape. And then from the back you can see it there. So that's another little idea. You can also have tabs going upwards instead of to the side of the page, or you can even have it going to the side and upwards. So that's what I'm going to try and do here. So I've got this little bit of scrap left, so I'm going to pop that just off to the edge of the page there, and it's sticking out at the top. And I'm going to use another piece of this lovely paper here, and then I've got another one of my little strips, and I think that will look really nice there like that. And then if I take it off, you can see there that it's just sticking out at the back, and I think what would be really nice is if I had something in the back there as well. So I just need some of this, I think, to go on the back. So what I could do is maybe Just use this little bit of scrap like that. Yep, so I need that showing like that. So let's glue that down first. So that's on the back, nice and ready. So we don't need the bottom of it. Then these strips are so versatile, they're great. So what I wanted to do then was to have it like that. Yep, that's working out, that's in the right position. And what I want to try and do now and get them all together. There we go. And I'll probably glue a little bit as well, but I like the idea of a staple. I think that's a nice idea. So let's glue that in place. And as you can see, I've left space to fit these embellishments in, because I haven't had time to do them ahead of using the journal signature. So that's why there are spaces there. So that's another idea to have as a tab. So you can have a tab sticking out to the top, and you can have a tag sticking out to the side as well, just like that. So you can see now we've got some really nice things sticking out of our journals. So I like that idea. And of course you can use any type of cluster that you've made ahead of time. They go so well. And I might pop that in place now. So just pop that there. That'll be really nice contrast there. Do I want to use that tape? No, I did want to use this, but I haven't found a reason for using it yet. I think we'll just do one more in a minute now. So let me just pop this in place. That's found a home. So I'm going to create a tab out of this bit here. So I'm going to cut it into a rectangle shape first, like that. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to use my corner punch and just create just that nice shape. So then that becomes your tab shape, like that. And what I'd like then is to have a little bit of fabric. Let's see if I put it there. No. I think actually it looks better with it over. So we'll pop that like that. And I'd also like this there, like that. And just something there again. And I did wonder if I could have a little stamp here. So I'm just using what I've got. And I think that would look nice like that. Okay, so I am going to stitch that in place now, and then I'm going to glue it down the side here. So I'm going to glue a little bit on the back of this so that that's it stitched. I'm just going to create just a little bit with this scrappy bit of collage paper here. So I'm just going to glue that in place there, just to give it a little bit of interest on the back. And then, so that will look like that. And I'm going to use my glue gun, and I'm just going to glue down the side here so I can have a tuck spot. So I can tuck in there and glue that bit in place. So I'll be able to pop something in like that then. So there are my ideas for creating tabs when you haven't got a tab punch. And I would like to now do the page in my journal for the 10 days of bits and pieces challenge. So I'm just going to go and grab my journal. So my journal is sort of got, it's sort of morphed into a kind of pinky red theme. I've still got the previous prompt to do, the collage papers. I haven't done that yet. So that's that page. So I'm a little bit behind, but let's do the tabs. So I'm going to do exactly the same as I've just done. I'm going to use, let's see, which is the best one. I want quite a large tab. I do really like that, but it is quite delicate, so it might cause a bit of an issue. But when has that ever stopped me? Right, let's cut this like that. So we've got a natural rectangle there, and it's got to go on this side like that, and I need something on the back to strengthen it. Let me have a look. Got some scrappy bits here. When I was playing with my gel plate, that looks like a nice colour actually. Let's see if I can use this. Okay, so I think that will work. What I could do is stitch it. Let's glue it in place first. And glue it lightly. So I'll have that side showing. Yes, it's going to be that way, isn't it? Yes, that's right. Just getting my bearings wrong then. Ooh. So you don't need a corner punch. You could just cut it with your scissors. This little piece of swatch there. And I've got that, but I don't know if that's going to go anywhere, whether it'll look a bit odd. It's not quite the right colour, or maybe there's just too much of it. It does give a nice contrast. I'll keep it there, keep it in mind. Then I've got some stamps. And I've got this red label. I quite like that. And I got a couple of flowers to try. That might be a little bit big. I've got this one. Now I don't like that colour. Let me see if I can find a smaller one. I got a couple to audition. I've got this one. Doesn't quite stand out. I do like the size though. Got this really bright one, that stands out a bit better. Not so keen on that one. Or that one. That's pretty. I like that. That's quite big. I do like that though. I do like the colour. It does go well with this. Oh, we've just got a plain black one here. And I think that one sticks out the best. I do like that. So I'm going to stick that down and stick these in place. Let's stick that in place first. It's a shame to cover the flowers, but that's what happens with collage, isn't it? I'm going to use a little bit of my tape, my faux tape. Okay, so I'm just going to go and stitch around there for a second. I think I need something there as well. So what I was thinking of doing was using this tea bag envelope and just making a little what can I say, frame around it. So if I just reasonably carefully, she says, tear it. I need to go about there. So this was where I was wiping off my excess watercolour. It's a bit big now. Got to try and fit it all on the page. And it might not work. I don't know how I'm going to work it out, but I'm going to stitch around there anyway. When in doubt, just do something. Usually works. You can usually work it out. And what I thought I would do is try and get that in somewhere, just to try and use it up. And also I was thinking, maybe I won't use that, but I was also thinking I could try and squeeze in a little sentiment. But the sentiment needs to go on a background, really. Very messy. I think that works. I think that works okay. So if I just position that first,
turn the tide, let the water go where it wants to go. You can run and hide, you can bury yourself beneath the stones. Somebody told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes. Take some good advice. Don't let your fear decide. That's how you break.
and I think that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed those quick and easy ideas for making tabs for your journals, and as I hope I have shown you, you can basically turn anything into a tab and place it on the side or the top of your journal page, and I think it just makes a lovely addition to your junk journals. So that was prompt number 5, tabs, on the 10 days of Bits and Pieces Challenge 2025 with myself and Inky Mia. I hope you will take part in the challenge and share what you're making over on Instagram, or let me know in the comments how you're getting on. And until the next video, I will see you soon. Bye bye for now.
You don't need to worry, somebody is waiting down the line. You pick up the pieces, hey, you'll be alright. I can feel the sun and how the wind makes way across the fields. Let me take a breath. Let me be a part of something real. Someone said it's better when you hold on to a helping hand. Sometimes we could all use a friend.